Welcome back, everyone. Map 2 starts now between LGB versus Property. You're watching the CEVO MLG Pro League Season 7. We're in Europe, of course. I'm Helium, and with me is Launders.
How's the weather in Europe?
I don't know. The weather on Inferno, though.
I haven't gone outside yet.
It's looking pretty good. Yeah, I haven't been outside in weeks. Top that.
I haven't showered in weeks.
I get my vitamin D delivered at 144 hertz
In a capsule.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
and
Oh,
60
fast
from my
halls.
2 side monitors, which makes me nauseous.
No, this
But,
is actually make noise in halls, go back to B, I assume, type of take. Or actually, I guess Twist is going to be joining them back up at top mid, and they're going to be smoking off Boiler and wrapping into 2 players, so not what LGB wanted right now.
Yakum here on the truck side, also PRB in the site. Only able to get one, so Property actually going through this, going for a very, very safe plant. Maybe it can backfire if they don't find the kills. It's a hard plant to defend. Paltho just going to stay on the bomb. And Schneider now peeking out against 2 people from Pit. I think he'll think twice before he does that. And the other member for LGB pushing up middle. Will Zenda catch him off guard as he's sitting in the boiler room?
The double pit is so difficult.
Oh,
Not a lot of time to win the round either. And one goes down, but they've got to deal with 3 and defuse. Polly already getting the idea to save simply his smoke in 5-7. Mr. Looking to save his body armor. I mean, that would be worth not having to rebuy next round, but that was a solid round from Property, who took advantage of LGB's risky 3-stack on B. And then, oh, Polly actually goes down. No smoke 5-7 on for him on this round. Will he rebuy one?
Paulie was being a chicken. He was there in the chicken coop. Got gunned down with like a second to go in the round, so not able to save. And maybe expecting pistol armors a little more so. Property will go with 3 MAC-10s to try to deal with the pistols and 2 rifles. And let's actually see where the rifle players are. Zenda is in mid in the pit there, and Schneider is far back in alternate, so keeping their distance. Let the MAC-10s do the dirty work.
Yeah, no, they are split up to a regular 2-3 here with armor. Something that you don't want to see. Like if there was a small chance that a team would rush A or rush B, you kind of want to risk and stack towards it, not for yourself into one-on-ones, but Polly is still alive here, can kite them a little bit. I mean, he's only got a little, like 3 HP, and manages to stay alive, but now they have the site, and PRB's just about to get rotated in, but the 3 of them are not in a great position. If they had stacked B up, I think we would have had a much better chance of winning the round. Then again, if they didn't make any noise at A might have been the site that Property went to, so double-edged sword, I suppose.
Look at Jacob hiding in the sandbags, just really looking to catch someone off guard. Probably will. I would really not expect any of them from Property to check that, because they already killed one person in construction without seeing the second. And actually, if they leave the site, he's got no... Oh, he does get one. If you had a kid, maybe you could have went for the ninja. He's able to bring down Zenda. Now he's spawned and pinched. Will be brought down by Berg. And Property getting 2 on the board now.
I really dislike that whole construction area, because there's just so many spots.
Crap.
Yeah, there's so many spots, and like nobody stands in most of them, and you have to clear every single one, and nobody would ever clear sandbags, and it's like a really big and unnecessary mess, I feel like.
I agree. I miss back halls, man.
Yeah.
Back halls was nice. It was clean. There were some cool boosts. But oh well.
Yakum looking for the 1D gear at car. Will he find one? Does find one. Oh man, that's almost gets a second 2 twist. Very low already. Oh, but Property again, they got that pistol, so they probably feel pretty good. They are also cleaning up on this round. Twist man low only has an MP7, so one thing is
only an MP7.
Yeah. Let's
see if he can still get one more with it. Is being pushed. Oh, Rabino actually has a MAC-10. He was able to pick that up off of Berg.
So Banana Control was forfeited to 3 players on CT, so they might assume that a player wants to cheat over towards A. And LGB, I guess with a smart read here, are actually going to push up Banana. That's pretty perfect. I thought that was a good play from Property, but LGB just seeing right through it. seeing the aggression and responding to it by running headfirst into banana.
Rubino there, gonna cut him off with the cross. And we got 3 players on property now taking that B site under their control. LGB trying to get back over. We got PRB, the last man alive, with the P250. And try to do what he can, but not really gonna work out.
Pabst Rube Blibbin.
There you go. Get this ribbon blue, maybe.
Yeah.
Actually, I like yours better.
Yeah, so this time it's LGB on the back foot for their CT side. They're going to be buying up, and this time there's going to be P90 on PRB here. So 4 M4s, P90, full nades. He's going to be, it seems like, just spotting Arch straight up with a smoke in his hand. Not sure what he wants to do with it. If he's just going to use it to smoke mid after a certain amount of time. Typically, mid isn't that important to smoke as compared to banana, if you want to take control of that for long periods of time. But yeah, there's the second one down on banana. In arch smoke to bait out some nades, always really good.
Wow, look at this execute on the base of banana. Looking like they're taking a site. They will get that banana control back. It's almost harder than taking sites on this map sometimes. Yakum will find a kill. Twist, though, to trade. Schneider just unblind in time to even it up now to a 2-on-2. PRB's got 50 bullets to work with. He is trying to just spam through that smoke. Schneider will just try to hop through that real quick. Bomb going down on Grill.
Oh, good nade.
Barbecuing some nades as well. Molly and nades going out.
One at second fountain is spotted, so he's going to be backside most likely, new box. Here's a spam. Oh, if that trade came out, there'd be so much better chance. But at this point, PRB gets taken down by Schneider as well. Very big round by Schneider, getting the trade on B site and the 2 people in the after plant.
You know, that last second crossfire that came about to keep it a 2-on-1, and I don't even think they knew where Schneider was, even though he got the kill. So gets the player jumping over spools quite easily, and property, that's big for them, winning that first rifle round. And like, just seeing how they took control of banana that round after, you know, waiting for the smokes to dissipate really goes to show why they picked this map and how confident they are in their T side. So winning those 4 rounds is really good. A step closer to putting that first map out of their minds and just trying to get 1 point in today's match.
Yeah, we saw it. You know, the key is, and at CEVO-Land we saw this multiple times on banana, was when our people are playing that far down. The point is so that you can play less players at banana and focus on A. And if you can kill that guy on banana, you pretty much have the round. But at the same time, the rotates take so long that if you don't run all the way up, people can rotate and trade out. And that's almost what happened. Mark Schneider finally getting the trade on two players flashing themselves through the CT smoke. But acting on that immediately, I think, is what allowed Property to win that round.
PRB not even able to take a shot. Rubino, though, will get the first kill for LGB on the round. Only Zenda to go down. Palfin Knight nearly did, but will survive. Nightberg, still using the MP7, will now go to the AK. So there you have it. 5 in a row for Property. And the op will come out for Poly now on LGB.
Hey, let's see if the LGB can lock it down here. They got exploited on their last setup, which is the classic or the modern classic setup of leaving a player pushed up banana.
The modern classic. I like it.
At this point, it wasn't something people always did, but has become a staple setup for banana. And whoa, this crossfire is destroying them right now, as they've got double arch and 1 boiler. Zende and Twist, 2 men left. Actually get a kill apiece, but go down right after. That was just a brutal crossfire from Archin. You almost never see trades happen like that because no one just runs up mid with either side smoked. I'm not sure actually why that
didn't. They didn't even throw smokes.
That's probably why that doesn't happen that often. So they didn't want to get counter flashed, and they didn't want to get counter mollied, I guess, and that was the idea. But that counted on them hitting their entries, which they couldn't do. I like that they were trying to exploit LGB, who maybe would assume that they were waiting for executes to occur. But at the end of the day, you know, keeping the fundamentals in check and keeping their guns out is the reason that they were able to just lock it down.
Like, there's definitely some benefit to using silence as your weapon, right? Like, you just walk up there, then you can explode without them really having any idea because you didn't throw any flashes, didn't throw any smokes. But at top mid on Inferno, that's such a dangerous crossfire. There's at least 2 or 3 spots on both sides where people can hide.
For sure.
And they've already lost Twist on this round, round 7, as LGB looks to put 2 in a row. Try to get that economy built up on the CT side. It can be really hard when you're not finding any rounds to just keep the dream alive on CT side Inferno, where you try to just win the half and generally win it by quite a bit. This is the most CT-sided map in the pool.
Wow, look at these
well,
rotates.
maybe train, but
we got 2 people on a fast rotate to A and B with their nades prompt. That's Yakim and PRB, and I don't know. That's going to put a lot of pressure on Rubino, but at the same time, give him the support he might need. And he's going to throw a flash and almost misses there, but does catch them full blind, and they know it's going to be B. He goes down, and so does his teammate. PRB, the last man on the rotate, is flushed out.
Yeah, B hoping for business. Bomb is down. And all players in CT spawn. Just talked about you would want to try to build up economy. Hard to do when you're losing the rounds. And we can see all 3 players are going for the save right now, trying to get some exits.
Yeah.
So we'll see what property decides to leave the site.
Yeah, so they ended up property fighting for top mid control, got it, escorted a player up there, and then Berg came back down to Banana, and then they had top Banana control as well, so Apps was clear, top mid was clear, Banana was clear, and that pushed LGB into a really passive setup where they were defending the site from Arch, from CT, actually 2 players in CT, so extremely passive. I mean, they could have afforded to have 1 person over towards B site, but the reason that people always do this forward Banana control is so that they can have 4 players focused on A. And so they wanted to have some kind of focus like that and kind of had 1 foot in and out of the door, in the sense that they had 2 players in CT ready to rotate to A. And that's what cost them when property decided to go B, but it's all because the map control is what they took advantage of.
Yeah, so property, they're really performing right now. I mean, winning 6 rounds. The only round they lost was really when the strat that they had, which I would say was pretty risky, just didn't work out. But when they're actually utilizing these nades and flashes, they're taking sites. And if that was a pop flash, PRP would have been so blind. But just another smoke, put it in a little further back, and that'll allow them to take porch control. Can be the harder side to clear when you start going down highway, or the lane, as people like to call it.
Yeah, no doubt. Not fun at all.
It's really not. That pesky truck, dude. I hate that truck.
The truck, and then they could be on apps, and they could be behind the truck in pit. It's the worst. It's the worst. But here we go. They got that top mid control once again. PRB does hold that cubby down, though. Cheating over towards B. Once again, his property. It's the right read, and LGB are starting to get the hint of this, even though players are only walking up on them. But in the same position he was last time.
Yeah, Mistern's in a good spot. He's boosted up on oranges. He's got PRB to distract a little bit, so this round might just come to Mistern. Or PRB if he can do it. Mistern, there he goes. Turns around, grabs 2, gets a 3rd. And that position, you can't really use it every time, but when they run right into you for the first time, it generally works.
Yeah, that was they might have got telegraphed there, but that was excellent. From both teams, I think property going again for that top mid control, and then working towards Banana, walking all the way up, and executing as soon as they got the feeling that rotates were about to come back from LGB. But they had the right setup. They were only a few seconds behind. LGB actually barely got away with that round. I think boosting a player in sight was the perfect way to defend there, as it caught him off guard once a player CT peeked and got a kill. So I think that was PRB, obviously. But once again, playing Inferno really well are both teams right now, I feel like. Kind of exactly how you would talk about it. Like, this is what you want to do as a terrorist, and this is how you would want to respond.
Going for the boost on the planter on T stairs. Doesn't land a shot to the player at the headshot car. Actually, 3 players. They move out early, LGB to take Banana control. Now they'll leave Mistern in the forward position where, I don't know if it was him in the previous time, but where property had their set flashes to root that player out, or uproot that player. But they'll move away from Banana, this time focusing on apartment control, trying to get out into middle. Porch side has been smoked off. And it's PRB who's been just that quick rotator, playing Arch, playing the crossover at B. Rubino, though, going to start off with a kill on porch side. PRB peeks out with both players turned away from him, so he just guns him down in the back. Easiest kills of his life. And now it's just up to Palf to do this by himself. 1v4, so LGB, for the first time, able to get 2 rounds in a row.
Yeah. Yeah, starting to get their feet on the ground here, answering back with to that top mid control, stopping Property in the early round instead of letting it go to the late round by boosting Rubino on top of the roof there at Porch. And that was the perfect answer, because Property like to throw these smokes down that they use just to have control of top mid. And I guess the round isn't over quite yet, as Pop gets 2 or 3 kills and almost from a 1v4 situation brings it into a 1v1. That nade thrown from the last man alive too.
Yeah, Pauly holding pit with it off, gets the final kill with a nade, but Palf showing he's not someone that you just want to count out.
Yeah, no doubt.
Some quick flicks back to back to back. But now we've got LGB, finally, some rounds on the board within reach of Property. And they've actually put Property on a save right here, so should be closing that gap. See what happens in round 11. Wow, look at Palf is 5.2k. Everyone else is like 1.7 or just above 2 grand. So they are quite poor. Pauly now hitting the op shots at B, not enough to work with. 1 smoke comes for the cross, but you got 2 players in sight already. Palf though pushes through, takes out PRB on the rotate over. Pauly, the 5-7 gets 1 immediately. A little sketchier there when he tries to bring down Berg, and Rubino a quick one onto Schneider will close out the round.
Yeah, and they do secure it now. As you mentioned, the money was a little bit low, but they're going to have enough for 1 more buy here and not going to decide to opt. Puff has an extra 3 grand in his pocket, but his money is his team's money, certainly. So overall, it won't be that much. Not enough for a full buy. And here we are, LGB starting to catch up, earn themselves a save round to go up against, which you want to maximize the amount of those, even though those are harder to come by, versing terrorist players whose weapons are so cheap.
All right, we got Pesa Banana, 2 players watching the flank there for Property, and the other 3 out towards alternate. And Schneider looks like he might be in window room. Is in window room, just hoping a clueless CT player walks up those boiler steps.
I wonder if Helium is pushing them back to passive once again. I wonder if Helium wants to throw a smoke here and stay here this time, considering that Property do not like to take top mid control and then just go A right away. But Property's perfect response will be going A, and oh, there's an opening pick though for LGB, very important.
Yeah, Pauly finds it. That's in Banana. And now he'll go back for the repeat. Yakum just sitting quiet on the sandbags there. They'll be like, you know, get the opper. And Yakum will just be sitting and be able to protect Pauly. If everything goes according to plan, PRB smoked off. The A execute coming now. Miss Stern up on that sight box. That boost is kind of annoying. And he actually even pulls out the sidearm. We'll bring down Zenda. Schneider, though, trying to work his way out of the apartments. He spent a lot of time there, and he's going to try to save here, but Yakum finally moves out of the sandbag position and will find that flank onto Schneider. So LGB now within 1 round away, and it's going to be another either Force or Eco here for Property.
Yeah, which is a solid sign for them. I mean, Property have already got that early lead that they wanted. They put the T rounds on the board. They're definitely feeling confident. They do want to maintain some sort of lead, but you know, it's only natural that if both teams are playing well, that the CTs will start to stage a comeback and just make the proper adjustments. But yeah, LGB are making really smart moves so far, and Property are as well. It's just that once those 2 clash, it's the CTs typically come out on top. Now it's actually 4v4. If Property grouped up to do something, if A would be the much better side to take. You know, do they know that? I'm not sure they do.
Well, Pauly once again on Carr. Twist will try to get through, flashes himself a little bit. Has got the rest of his team through, so Twist took the bullet to get his team that position on Banana, but Pauly gives up the op, pulls out the 5-7, and Yakem grabs 2 with the AK right there. And there it is, it's tied up 6-6. So Property, we're able to put, what do they get? They got 5 rounds in a row. There was a 1 off from LGB. Property got 1 more, and now since then it's been 5 in a row for LGB to tie it up here. And I think no matter where this goes from here, Property are going to be pretty happy with 6 rounds on T side.
Yeah, not bad. I think they'll be wanting to get a little bit of revenge for last map and have just a kind of dominant T side, but at the same time, realistically should be able to win by their own standards with the amount of rounds that they have currently. Right now, this would be such a beautiful time to go B. They could even just walk up, but they don't know it, and LGB know that there shouldn't be any reason for them to take that risk, considering how many times they have played forward B. But this time, they're going to be pushing up, and there is no smoke at the bottom of Banana. So if they act on the information quickly, they're going to put LGB in a very awkward position.
All right, so we've got 4 on A. Okay, now they were doubling up on Arch for a bit, but we'll have PRB rotate back over. Smoke's going out, and then immediately retreating here. They'll leave Twist, it looks like, to maybe try to get a kill, lurk around over here. Spam, grab some attention, and try to keep PRB over at B.
Yeah, causing smokes to be burned, but only 35
They're running out of
seconds
time
left.
here.
Yeah.
They all spread out. They had 2 players go back up towards top mid, but now 4 in Banana. So it looks like initially they had, it was Twist maybe going to lurk at B, but it ends up at the end of the day to be Palf who's going to be lurking over in top middle. And he'll be brought down by Yakem right now, trying to push into the site. They get gunned down at the cross. Nice crossfire there for Rubino and PRB, and the round falls apart very, very quickly. Schneider the only one, and Pauly with a fadeaway headshot with that 5-7 fade.
Yeah, that's what you really want to do, is drag the round out as long as possible, force the team to 5-man execute versus your 5, maintain some type of control on the map, and then once that's all said and done, hit your shots. And LGB did all of that, check marks across the board for them on that round, and a sick B hold obviously from Rubino, and don't know who to credit here. I think.
Oh, Rubino and PRB.
Was it PRB? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fast rotate.
All right, so again, standard play here. We got that 1 player pushing down Banana for LGB. That's Rubino, which is going to allow Yakem to go A if he wants to. Or they could both push together into middle. It's still smoke. That's probably their smoke, and now it's actually their smoke refreshed. A is being held without any help from the B players. The bomb +1 in the apartment's ready to explode out, but it's going to be 2 on 2 over here at A. So there's no better time than now for Property to try to get out onto the site, but Miss Stern here playing on that back of the truck is just too hard of a position to get him out of. Eventually had 1 HP, so Schneider coming out gets 2, but Yakem is there. Just rotated over, finds him, and now LGB. This is 7 in a row for them? 7
in a row, correct? Yeah, and they're definitely looking to get the half that they wanted from the position where they were, 1-6, and they're almost in a great position to do that. Actually, you know what? Losing that round afterwards, that's kind of interesting that they lost 5, right? They won 1, they lost 1, and they managed to win the round right after that when they should have been completely broke with 5 players alive.
That is a bit odd. Molly here at the top of mid, holding the terrorist back a little bit. Miss Stern with that Banana control. Pauly helping him out with that op. Hasn't hit the op shot yet. Gets it there through the cinder block. That brings down Schneider. So 3 players here. Rubino gets 1. That'll cause Berg to turn, and Berg finds the trade. Zenda going to get 1 over at Arch, so there's actually no 1 over at A. They were pretty heavy on B that round, or did Miss Stern? No, Miss Stern got killed, so he didn't push down alternate. So A belongs to the terrorists. They're going to get the bomb down here. Only it's the last round, so nothing matters besides winning it. And we're going to see that 3-on-2 retake. LGB with the advantage, but Zenda is in pit. So we have to him to hit these shots. And Berg's only with the Galil. Completely blind in the sight. does actually return fire. I thought for sure he was doomed. Yakum gets the trade there, and now it's up to Zenda. Bomb is planted for him, but he's spotted out. Molotov dropped. He'll get one on the highway. That's Miss Stern. Gonna smoke it up. A bomb was not actually planted for him. Excuse me. It's back in the corner, the safer plant. So Yakum just smokes it up and goes in for the defuse. So 8 in a row. LGB bring it back. They will win the first half, but Property did manage to put up 6 on T side.
Wow. That was a really, really close retake. They obviously that single box ended up saving him, even though it wasn't planned for him. He had the time to get the few shots off that he needed to, but with that smoke, made it unclear exactly where that single box was, and he ended up putting his bullets into it. So that's pretty unfortunate for Property.
Zenda was the last guy.
Zenda, yeah. But for Property as a whole, that was a very close round. They ended up getting the 2 frags at A that they needed to, and in the 2v3 almost came away with the win. Very close, but this looks like a solid half, you could say, for both teams right now. Property only going to be feeling a little bit upset about the fact that they pretty much lost out after having such a strong start. And
yeah, they put up good rounds, but then they lost so many in a row. Like, that's got to be somewhat demoralizing.
Mm-hmm. And I won't say that they lost composure. We've seen it before, but I think I feel like they were playing really good game throughout. But LGB's adjustments were just so good.
And this is the pistol round here. Already 30 seconds having passed. A little bit of damage between the two teams. And Property 3 at A, 2 at B. Standard stuff here. No crossfire, though, really. Are they actually... Oh, I thought they were maybe boosted behind New Box, but no, they're not.
No, but they're starting to get the message that it might be B. So 3 are rotating over. It's going to come down to hitting shots here.
Yeah, Twist is in a good spot to do it. Still has not been revealed. Now they see a shoulder. He's going to have to peek out. He's not able to get any. Pauly dropping in a nade will get one. Schneider pushes through, but immediately PRB will bring him down there. 3 on 2 for LGB. They've got control of the site, but Knight through the smoke brings down PRB. Pauly trying to deal with this construction nuisance. That is Zenda, but there's 2 players when he peeks, still able to get out with his life and a headshot. 2 on 1. LGB still in control of the round. It's all up to Berg here. Gets 1, but Miss Stern hiding behind New Box will bring him down in the end. So LGB continues that momentum that they picked up about halfway through the first half. They win the pistol here, and now that is 9 in a row for LGB.
Yeah, that's truly what's important about that round, is that it just brings them 1 round closer to winning and puts another round on the board in a row, which is huge for their confidence, momentum, all of that. But they almost lost it. It started off with great entries, and they got the bomb down. Those were the highlights, and the Property got a couple picks for themselves and put it into a 2v2. And then Pauly took the round into his own hand, chasing a player into Garden, which was a BDP, a big dick play, if you will. And that's what allowed them to secure that round. I mean, putting Berg in a 1v2 off of that push into Garden.
If only Twist was a little bit skinnier, they wouldn't have seen his shoulder.
Think skinny Twist.
Maybe he could have done some damage there. Yakum here with the P90. Oh, if he heard the reload, Pelf could have moved forward, but I guess he didn't. He'll move back. So 2 at A, 2 at B for Property. They've only got 4 people alive. They don't have anything to work with. And everyone with head armor means that silenced USP is not too great. PRB, though, maybe could get caught from the side here. Exactly what happens. Schneider gets him. Can he find that second? Onto Miss Stern. Actually, Zenda pushing from the rear. Gets him, and Powell running through, jumping through that smoke. Takes down Miss Stern. And a 3 on 2, so somewhat costly round here for LGB.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been a little bit uglier, too, if Yakum wasn't all the way pushed up banana and fully in control of that side of the map. Didn't have any mouse pad. Yeah, they used flipping
low
back and forth.
sensitivity problems.
Just flesh of things.
I'm eventually going to make the desk that is just a mouse pad.
Yes, the desk pad. That's going to be featured at IKEA.
Yes, with a ridiculous name. All right, so they will only lose What even happened there? They planted B, right? Last time I looked at the radar, they were planting a B, but the hunters went out early to get the day's food over in A's site.
Yeah, so Joachim was like all the way up banana, and then when the trace happened, Poff jumping through at Arch getting the pick at A, they just ran it back B as he decided to push him by himself. And because Property only had pistols, they opted to go rotate together. And while 4 FAMASes and Mag 7, I think that might be the first time I've ever seen that.
Oh, we're seeing an air twist. Open it up. Did he? That might have been a FAMAS dink there onto the guy in T stairs, but I'm going to pretend it was the Mag 7 from Twist that also did that damage. So Rubino is very, very low, and now LGB will try to execute up here. They still have a lot of submachine guns, even using that Tech 9.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Which is a problem against all these rifles, and that Mag 7 has turned into an AK.
Wow, they're just going to go for B real quick after putting a lot of fast pressure at A, and that could almost work. I mean, I'm not sure they gave enough attention to A because the rotate came up and Twist goes down to Rubino's Mac 10 instantly.
He got wide again. Who knew submachine guns were so good at range? 2 people brought down from a pretty far distance by that Mac 10. And now it's a 3-on-3. Bomb planted in the B site. Miss Stern holding on to the garbage. That's what I call that spot. And it's one. That's Berg. So Zenda and Palf, decision to make, trying to hold on to the FAMAS, or are they going to go for it? Looks like they're moving forward. They'll find one. No kit on either of these guys. Zenda, though, going to find second. Finds the third! But I don't know if he's got 10 seconds. Yeah, he's like, peace. Maybe try to find that AK on the way out that Twist had.
Wow, that was super sick. But, oh, man, I mean, Rubino getting, like, that's not going to happen that often. I don't care how strong SMGs are from that distance. It's like, I think Twist was low to start off with. There was no way one dink could have killed him, but
yeah,
just
yeah, Twist was low because remember he started off the action pushing up banana with the Mag 7 and got to like half HP.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he had like 40 health. That's how I don't know. The Mag 10 entry were way too strong, but at first I thought it wasn't going to work. They did cause the rotates back and forth. Put some fast A pressure, so and then switched it back to B so quickly that Property thought they had at least a few more seconds to worry about A, and then once they got back to B, they caught Twist on a rotate, which is what they wanted, despite the fact that they hit a ridiculous shot with the Mac 10. So overall, they outplayed Property in that situation, and that's what won them the rounds. But it was on the back of Property force buying all 4 FAMASes and a Mag 7.
So, second half following suit with the Terrorists starting to win all the early rounds in the half. That was there just a save from Property, so now moving on, we'll see what they can do. Rubino trying to put people on tilt. We've seen a lot of bullets shot into some dead bodies here. I know that some players that just really aggravates, some probably could care less, but...
Yeah, I don't know. They might be friends.
Or enemies.
or
frenemies.
That's obviously a solid lead. I mean, obviously looking at the pistol, I mean, oh, man, you would not think that that Property won 6 rounds, excuse me, 5 rounds in a row, 6 out of 7, 6 out of the first 7 on the T side of this map. Looking at the fact that LGB have 13 rounds right now on T side, is pretty surprising. I think Property still have a chance, but at the same time, LGB are very close to match point, and that's going to be no mistakes from here on out.
Rubino's just farming money. He's been on this Mac 10 like every single round since he was able to get an SMG, and he's got about $8 grand for it. So those $600 kills. So Jacob has gone down low. Twist was able to op him up over in Banana.
It's extremely difficult to win a T round 4v5. The standard 2-3 is that much stronger versus this type of setup, and Zende's going to re-smoke the Banana. 30 seconds left. That's a horrible time for LGB to see a smoke go down. They're going to be forced to execute, and it looks like they're going to try to do it through a smoke. They're going to eat a flash on the way in. Actually, Mr. does avoid it, but Dende takes his head off anyway. And the 3 players remaining who were full blind are late to the site. Zende is going to take another shot, gets another headshot, and the crossfire is proving to be fortified.
Too strong. Yeah, Zende with 3. Twist got the opening kill at B, and I guess Palf had rotated over there as well. Or is playing it, rather. So they get it. They find a round. They finally break that streak of 12 rounds. So good on property, but they're going to have to win another here against LGB, who, like I said in the previous round, were just farming up money, Rubino in particular. So able to buy in full again here on round 21.
Yeah. 3 players cheated over towards the B early in the round just to get control of it. Mollies go down. The Molly walk, as you could call it. Which none of LGB are going to subject themselves to. But fighting for early mid control means that they're going to trade 1 for 1. Favorable for LGB, I'd say. And with 3 players on banana is a bit of a risk. One goes down as
now
well.
2.
Yeah. Oh, Knight. Whoa. Slightly
Yeah,
those
columns tend to absorb those nades like 100%. As that will bring it into a 3-on-3. Knight, Berg Knight finds 1 kill, but will not be rewarded with another as he tries to peek out middle. Schneider! Oh, could have got them both. PRB even have to do some team damage there to take him down. And Twist with a quick shot there onto Mr. See, Zenda's calling him Mystic, but I don't know. Name is Mr. in-game on CEVO and has been Mr. for a while, so I don't know, just to clear that up for everybody.
Yeah. I have no attachments to either name. This is just the name he's. This is just the name he's given us. But does anyone know past teams that Mr. Mystic has played for, or where people know him from? Because we only know him as a kind of the 6th man for LGB who stood in for, who has stood in for
Makalele, right?
Makalele, and there's another player. I don't know if PRB was standing in. I guess also for Makalele. Yeah, there hasn't been a lot change apart from that.
So round 22, LGB is able to get another. They're only 2 away from the 16 that you're always looking for in Counter-Strike. And it's going to be a slightly weaker round here for property. Not a whole lot of nades, and you got 2 FAMAS. At least Twist is able to get that op, and we've seen him do some pretty crazy things with it already today. So maybe he'll make the difference. But they've already forfeited banana control. Maybe not. Twist moves right back in, doing maybe the unexpected. They're able to catch off 1 and then play these close angles. Palf gets another. Twist, though, has been pinned down.
The bomb
with that flash, he's able to retreat, and now Zenda's rotated over.
I mean, everyone could join the party at this point. The only worry they have about where the bomb is right now is that LGB could possibly chain smokes and walk over and grab it, but that would still be pretty difficult if someone keeps their eye on it. Zende putting 1 down through the smoke, knows they're close, and 2 players up. Wow, that's 8. I mean, I felt like that last round was a complete disaster, and that if that didn't happen, it would easily be 13-9, and property would look like a much stronger competition on this map right now. Because like, remember like last round, running back to Schneider and him just having his crosshair just slightly off, even though he was waiting for them. He knew they'd come back to him. Not able to get 2 players who had 20 health. Obviously, you could credit LGB for hitting a nice shot, but I think play-wise, property did have the right idea.
Yeah, well, they should be able to get 9 on the board here. It's some upgraded pistols, Rubino with that AK, so 1 rifle to work around. Now only 3 pistols as Mr. has fallen. Pauly is down, Yakum is down, pulls out the side arm. Rubino will kill Berg, but Schneider now coming in, finds that trade, and now it's just up to PRB, and the nades land right on top of him.
Can we change our casting duo name to Laundry and Some White Guy?
Laundry, I'm fine. I'm fine with that.
Sounds like a band too. You can play your guitar like also during the cast and not just.
And Some White Guy. I could do that right now. I have to turn my amp on though. Okay. Which means moving out of my chair.
Wow. Having a real.
It's a crisis.
White Guy Harold and Kumar moment, right? Oh my god, these mollies are everywhere. And wow, just taking fully advantage of the map, right? Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Versus a complete buy, they mollied down the top of T stairs, all of Banana. Made them really rethink their lives in that moment as they were running back to T ramp. That was beautiful. They had no play, absolutely none.
Property still playing for the win here. They haven't been forced into a match point scenario yet by LGB. So, I mean, the gap is shrinking. It's 4 now. Property have got 3 in a row with another just one-off win. So 4 in this half on CT's side. It also took LGB a little while to sort of download their opponent's T side and mount a defense on the Commentators side. So maybe we see the same thing here. And Polly's on fire, so he'll have to retreat out. On fire in a bad way.
Yeah,
he's pushed up, though. He catches Palf and will not get the second. Twist also opping someone down. That must have been... that was over towards A, so maybe either apartments or highway. And Property with the man advantage here.
Yeah, they got the man advantage. They have perfect spots. No one's at any risk right now. Twist is looking for some information. Can keep an eye on Boiler. And will spot one at mid, but goes down because he overextends just a little bit. Maybe when he didn't need to. That being said, they still are even, and it might come down to Berg here, as you know LGB like to flash through this. I would put himself behind a pillar so that he isn't exposed too much, and put the idea that they like to run back to A, run back to B, and run back to A. Berg is going to feel confident pushing through the smoke.
The old slippery snake. That's what I call it.
Slippery snake strap bomb. Oh, bomb is picked up once again. 20 seconds on the board. Not a lot of time to throw a fake here.
Oh, and there's still a player at B. It's Knight in a pretty good spot, unless they go around construction. I mean, that would be the safer play. We'll see, though, if they're just going to run up. Or, okay, that works as well. They will smoke off Banana. Now, they do still have to worry about clearing the site, because they don't know where Knight is like we do. And actually, Knight will drop the bomb. Picks it up with 2 seconds. There's no time to plant. Yeah. All he's got to do is survive, and they win the round. Let's see if Knight can get the kill. That'll be no money now coming in for Miss Stern.
Awesome. Awesome positioning by Berg there, who pushed down Banana, and then instead of flanking mid because of the potential for them to go arch the CT, went back up through Banana. And you know, if a team had pushed all the way up mid, and when we see them rotate, the terrorists rotate through arch, we would have, you know, maybe said that was a great rotate through arch. But Berg just playing the fundamentals, knowing that you need to have one on each side as long as there's potential for either side to be taken, and playing his spot to perfection there. Really good positioning. Stayed alive long enough, delayed long enough, took the bomb down. I think if the smoke was better, he would have had a much harder time being on Banana like he did, but that works in his favor.
So Property should be getting another round here. So I would say it's safe enough to mark him at 12. It is hard to just find those. It's a little easier, I feel like, to get the pistol rounds on CT side, because sometimes you can just stack the site and your gamble will pay off. But you still got to execute, and you still got to find entries as a terrorist. Maybe the Tech-9s will allow them to do that. For the time being, focusing on that Banana control. Twist, though, pushed up and playing that angle quite a bit, and will still hold an aggressive one. Realizes now that they're safe. He gets a third, didn't he? I didn't even see that guy. And I've got X-Ray on. Gets a fourth. Can he go for the ace here? He wants it. He's moving in with the P250, the Supernova, down to 33 HP. And it's the ace here for Twist. The Eco King Twist.
Can we get a golf clap for Twist? Well played. You know, ecos don't count, but those were all nice shots. They would have died in one hit anyway.
That was great, but it doesn't actually count.
They would have died in one hit anyway if they had armor, so
yeah,
it was well played. And Property are actually 2 away from tying it up. You know, and one mistake that LGB were able to capitalize on is the reason that they have 14 right now. I mean, I feel like in terms of, you know, who's in the lead, who's in the better position to win the game, Property might be at a slight advantage, yeah.
They finally got their opponent's strats down. Sure, it might only just take one mistake from Property for LGB to hit 15, and then you move it into overtime, and then it's maybe sort of a new ball game. But yeah, until we get there, we're in round 27 now, and Twist has he's on fire with that op.
Yeah, they don't want to run into B, but at the same time, maybe they will feel uncomfortable rotating a player off of B, leaving him solo on the site. So that could work towards LGB's favor if they keep that in mind, because top mid control is given up once again. All of apartments is LGB's for the taking. So, oh, there he is switching out. Oh, this makes a lot of sense. But it looks like A is being taken quickly here. They might just fight for control and hold off for a second. But Twist rotating over to A, I think, is the right adjustment. Now we'll see if players hit their shots.
Yeah, Property forfeiting a bit of control here with all players in the A site and in the B site. So no aggressive banana, no top mid play, which does let LGB. It's like risk control. You know, you can manipulate the fight a little bit more now that you have it. But let's see who's gonna find these opening frags. Twist is, I guess, burning alive. Yeah, PRB gets him with the Molotov. Zenda, though, in the psych, only able to get one. Berg finds one more. So 3-on-3, Knight still in the pit. But Yakin will get him out of there. And now it's up to the rotation. Biggest rotation of their lives. Palf and Schneider coming over. And I don't know if Yakin, spots him now. I think he just saw one.
Oh,
going for that
take some damage. Jacob is not going to do that one more time.
Oh, but Mr. in a great spot. Sprays them both down. They line right up as they run by him. 3 kills for him on the round. And that's going to at least force an overtime if Property can still continue to get these next 3 rounds. Or puts LGB 1 away from being victorious and actually getting their first true win here in CEVO MLG Season 7 Pro League. Because thus far, they've only tied. They tied Hellraisers and Existence.
Mm-hmm. Which is nothing to be ashamed of, obviously, but still, I feel much better to get the W now. LGB, you know, they had the right read. Oh, wow, Jacob actually goes down 1 for 1, which is a solid trade opportunity and I think worthwhile for LGB as a team. But we had Twist, you know, cheat over towards A, which I thought was the right adjustment. Oh, Pauly actually gets a frag on Schneider, busting out the op out of nowhere. I don't think they expected that whatsoever. Schneider feeling happy to peek aggressively, considering he's never peeked right into an op. But yeah, they put Twist in pit, and he was able to have 0 impact on the round because they mollied and naded him out. And if not for that, who knows what would have happened on that round. Force him into that late round execute. Couldn't hold it.
Puff was almost able to even things up. 3-on-3. Molotov goes out, but players already passed it, and a third coming from apartments unaffected. Grenade out onto Berg. Still fighting, though. Still using this pillar here in the pit. Can he get another one? 2 in the site, 1 in apartments, and bomb is planted into the site, but still 4 apartments. And let's see if they can get Rubino. He's very low at single box. 2-on-1 now, Pauly. All they got to do is get on the bomb and just watch it. Knight's in a great spot here, and he finds the headshot, so Property will stay alive. And Nightberg with a nice shot there. And I do apologize. I keep reading Knight. I mean to call him Berg. Mm-hmm. I tried to say Nightberg, but, you know, whatever.
That was an excellent round from Berg in pit. Just 4 kills on the round. Stayed alive, which is the best feature you want, you know, in a pit player, is to stay alive. Let the bomb go down, fine, but just don't die. And the retake is so easy. And he was a huge part of the retake, getting the 2 frags there to secure it. Played it to perfection. And he was the last man alive on the site. Had to wait for rotate, so it was very important that he stayed alive, and he did it. So it was excellent individual play from Berg on that round.
And now they're going slow up to the smoke from those CTs, trying to push through. They've completely blinded Palf, pushed him back a little bit, and they're planting the bomb inside that smoke. Zenda coming over from CT as a first responder, but the bomb is already down.
Yeah, that's
rough.
That
smoke from construction knows one's back there.
No one's in a good spot, though. This is a completely winnable retake. Like, no one has back to the site control. So
there's 3 sitting in garbage, but Mr. peeks out and grabs 2 just like that. Now Palf knows where they are. Will he find the closer player? He does. He gets them both. Everyone's gone. The defuse is had. LGB not going to be able to win it on an eco round or a slight buy, and Property get their 14th. And now we'll go into this final round. It'll be full money here for LGB, or more than enough to get all 5 AKs.
Yeah, They would have been extremely light, actually, if not for that. I mean, everyone's spending all of their money currently, so definitely good that they got the plan off. I think they really wanted to win that round and are probably upset that they didn't, but at the same time had, really bad after plan spots because they got no control of the site. But we're more concerned about staying alive, which is understandable, and couldn't do it. But now we're on to the last round here, and it's really, really close. They got a full buy from LGB. They managed to win one of the most recent rounds 2 rounds ago, and Property have come away with a strong half. So on this last one, will Property be able to bring it to OT?
Oh my god. If they spam it again, they're going to kill Schneider. He's in bedroom. PRB. He's been spamming it. He's going to quit now. But they got him down to 27 already. I mean, of course, they don't really know this, but it could come into an effect if Schneider's left in a position where he maybe has to clutch.
Why are people spamming fences in the chat?
I have no idea. Because they can. Molotov going out here. So that's from the CTs, though. Trying to delay this banana control or push into B. All 5 players are loaded up here and ready to go.
Yeah, Schneider could push right now and get some information, but they already have it.
Nice
it's going to be it.
Gonna force a lot of them to run through this. Rubino, though, just does it. Walking on hot coals and still getting kills. Nice pop flash in. Doesn't actually blind him. Had him turn the other way to construction, and the kill will be had. 4 on 2 right now. It's up to Berg and Schneider to do something crazy. And Schneider now rotating over at just 27 HP from the spam. He hasn't even been seen yet. And he's already near death. He's barely hanging on.
Yeah, man, Pauly pushed and got a really good kill there. Now it's actually a 2v3. Schneider does find one for himself, and they got little time to win this. Schneider with that low health from when he was in the apps, everybody calling GG, people leaving the server already, and him not having enough time to defuse the bomb and kill 3 players means that LGB take it 16-14.
Yeah, so LGB finally able to get their first win here, 2-0. Not their first map, because again, they had already played Hellraisers, where they tied 1-1, Existence, where they had also tied 1-1. But now up here against Property, the Swedish lineup, LGB will get their first win. So they got to be feeling good. Still in a good position, although, I mean, some teams haven't even played. Like, we still haven't even seen Na'Vi, NIP, Titan, or Mousesports play yet. So obviously they've got no points, but LGB, still not bad, right? 1 win, 2 ties. So they're up there with 4 points. Virtus Pro and Gamers 2 took their series, so they've each got 2 points. And with the ties, Hellraisers, Property, Existence, and Penta all with 1 point so far in the CEVO MLG Season 7 Pro League. And we do have another best of 2, or I prefer 2-game series, because there's really no best of 2. Best of 2
right.
is... Well, I guess best of 2 is still 2, technically. That's the best.
It's just impossible if you think.
Yeah, but I don't know. I prefer 2-game series, and that is Titan versus Publicler, I believe, is the matchup coming up soon. But anything else to say about that game we just witnessed there?
Excellent
Raj
CS.
Inferno.
Excellent
CS.
I love it. It was great to watch.
Great to watch. All right, guys, before we go, though, let's remind you, well, I guess I kind of already did. You're watching the CEVO MLG Pro League Season 7. We are your casters. I'm Helium. That's Launders. And you can find our Twitters there on the page. I'm at Heliumbrella. He's at CS Boxer. We are the official, was it Launders and a White Guy casting duo?
Laundry and a White Guy.
Am I white Launders? Is that what this is coming to? Someone should retweet the face swap to everybody. But... yeah, and also follow CEVO and MLG for putting on the great event, the LAN in July. Once again, the MLG Arena is going to be sick, but we got quite a few weeks to go through to see who's going to get there. And when we return, we'll have Titan versus Publicler, so stick around.